Tonight, after a relentless pressure campaign from billionaire Elon Musk, Washington is now barreling towards a possible government shutdown just days before Christmas. Musk calling a shutdown infinitely better than passing a horrible bill, threatening that any lawmaker who supports it deserves to be voted out. The bipartisan deal that would keep the government up and running for 3 months was brokered by Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson.
We got to get this done because here's the key. By doing this, we are clearing the decks and we are setting up for Trump to come in roaring back with the America First agenda.
But this morning, Musk, who President-elect Donald Trump has tapped to lead a new department on government efficiency, posting on X, this spending bill is a crime. The bill would fund the government through mid-March. Among other things, it includes $100 billion in disaster relief.
This is exactly what's going on and making headline right now. Trump killing the bloated bipartisan bill. This is what the bills look like. This is a huge bill that is full of wasteful spending. And Elon Musk, as a well-respected and powerful advisor to Donald Trump, saying on X, any member of the House of Senate who voted for this outrageous spending bill deserves to be voted out in 2 years. He's basically threatening any member of the House of Senate who voted for this bill, for this bloated bill with full of wasteful spending. This is how much influence and power Elon Musk has on the government right now. And Donald Trump understands that this is complete utter BS and this shall not pass. And he basically urges Republicans to do better. Let's watch the rest of the story.
And billions more in assistance for farmers. But Musk says it's also bloated with wasteful spending. Republican leaders today caught off guard by Musk's pressure play.
And there will be a lot of hard votes in the next couple of years, and it's not always going to be the case that the outside world, the social media audience, is going to be weighing in.
If Congress doesn't pass the bill by Saturday and the government shuts down, millions of federal workers could head into the holidays without paychecks. Some will be furloughed, others asked to work without pay. That includes some members of the military and other critical government workers like TSA agents and air traffic controllers, just as the holiday travel craze begins. Late today, Trump finally weighing in, criticizing the bill without telling Republicans exactly what to do, urging them to get smart and tough. But Democrats tonight are blunt.
House Republicans will now own any harm that is visited upon the American people that results from a government shutdown or worse.
And David, another headline here tonight.
Wow, just wow. Look at this. His tweet. This is one of the 70 tweets that he sent out yesterday to basically expose the House and the Senate and their wasteful spending bills. 27 million views, 200,000 likes, 10,000 comments. This is exactly how things went in 2017. The swamp is going to swamp and draining it is very difficult. These snakes need to be primaried. Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things. Agreed. People are not happy with this Congress bill at all. Elon isn't joking at all. He's fully engaged, funding massive effort. This is not an empty threat. Yeah, this is Matt Gaetz, former Congressman Matt Gaetz, saying that Congressman salary should be a variable based on satisfaction, feedback from voters. Accountability is important.
We've discussed the continuing resolution that was released last night, the fact that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are not happy with it. Elon Musk just putting out a new post on X that says, the more I learn, the more obvious it becomes that this spending bill is a crime. He's not being shy here, Rick. Do you think anyone will be heeding his voice?
Yeah, typically in Washington, when you stick your neck out that far, it gets chopped off. And he's way too new to this game in the sense of, having this sort of public posture as the head of Doge and the Trump whisperer, for all intents and purposes, for the last month, to really get that far out in front of this. Now, I get it. It's his brand. But does he back Donald Trump into a position of calling up Johnson and saying, we're not going to pass this bill? I mean, like, there are real serious consequences to this kind of behavior. Yeah. I would have said absolutely no chance that this bill could be interrupted at this stage. But if Ramaswamy and Elon Musk launch a campaign against this bill, they might be able to get Donald Trump to throw it under the bus, and we could have a serious government shutdown right before Christmas.
Yep. And this is probably exactly what's going to happen. The government is probably going to shut down. People are going to go to Christmas without any kind of salary for wasting the taxpayer money like this. It's very sad to see, but Trump already made his decision. Republicans crumble after Donald Trump kills the bloated bipartisan bill. We should pass a streamlined spending bill that doesn't give Chuck Schumer and the Democrats everything they want. Trump and Vance said. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Most likely what's gonna happen. More government trash and waste. They're voting themselves a raise and a new football stadium with 1,500 pages of BS. Yeah, it's very sad to see. This bill is an outrage. I agree. This bill is criminal. $3 billion for a football stadium. What the F? New York City, where I live, wants a congestion pricing tax for driving in Manhattan and fund the subway, which is crumbling. I agree. This is very sad to see.
So we begin on Capitol Hill today, where Congress has unveiled this stopgap spending bill to avert a government shutdown. But two Trump advisors are telling ABC News Now that the president-elect is against this proposed bill. The bipartisan bill would avoid a Friday shutdown deadline that would impact thousands of federal employees and keep the government funded through March 14th. Well, another critic of the bill is billionaire Elon Musk, the co-chair of Trump's new Department of Government Efficiency. In fact, he's taken to social media, to his platform X, to say, quote, this bill should not pass. Johnson responding to the feedback in an interview.
They understand the situation. They said, it's not directed to you, Mr. Speaker, but we don't like the spending. I said, guess what, fellas? I don't either.
All right, so I want to bring in ABC News' Jay O'Brien, who's live for us on the Hill. So, look, Jay, I know there's a lot going on. This is busy here. So, again, we're hearing from sources that it sounds like President-elect Trump is against this bill. So come Friday, is Congress going to avoid a government shutdown? But I also think with this joint statement that the President-elect and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance have put out, it almost garners a bit of confusion.
Yeah, this is fast-moving, Kana, and there is this new statement now confirming what sources have told ABC News, which is that President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance have come out and said that they do not like this government funding deal as it is now and as Speaker Mike Johnson has proposed. They want this government funding deal that the Speaker has put forward, which also includes about $100 billion for disaster relief, $10 billion to support American farmers, provisions that focus on a stadium here in Washington, D.C., to rebuilding the Key Bridge in Baltimore and things like that. They want all of that, plus obviously extending government funding into March, to also be combined with raising the debt ceiling. Remember that battle over the debt ceiling not long ago when Kevin McCarthy was Speaker of the House. Trump and Vance calling for the debt ceiling to be raised as part of this temporary government funding deal. But it doesn't need to be raised right now. We're not up against the debt ceiling the way that we were when Kevin McCarthy was Speaker. But Trump and Vance saying they think the debt ceiling should be raised under a Biden presidency.
This is truly criminal in my opinion. What are they actually doing with this bill? This is insane to me that this could be actually accepted anyway in the House and in the Congress, in the Senate. Wow, just wow.
Not a Trump presidency. All of that to say, Kana, you're right. There is confusion at this hour, and frankly, there are deep divisions amongst congressional Republicans because Speaker Mike Johnson scrambling, I'm told by sources, to try to figure out what to do next. I'm told from one Republican leadership source, it's likely they go back to the drawing board and come back with a new continuing resolution, a new temporary government funding plan that extends funding into March, but maybe doesn't have some of these other provisions that are attached. But it's it's unclear if that would get the Democratic support it needs to get over the goal line, because whatever government funding plan Johnson put forward, some Republicans are going to come out against it. He's going to need Democratic votes. And if he doesn't have some of these other provisions like disaster relief, like support for farmers, Democrats might not come along here. So a lot of consternation and, frankly, no clear answer to your question of if we're going to be able to avert a government shutdown by Friday.
That's probably what's gonna happen. They're probably gonna go back to the drawing board and draft a new bill, which is gonna be with oversight of Elon Musk, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and Vivek Ramaswamy. A huge salary raise for congressmen. Why exactly? That many pages, that many hours to read. These politicians are sneaking in stuff, including a raise. This is insane. Congress people raise should be put through a national vote. How about no to allowing politicians to give themselves pay raises? They are totally in their own right. The American people have the right to demand explanation and cancel this bill right away, as Elon Musk just put it. This is outrageous. It deserves to be voted out. They deserve to be voted out in 2 years if they pass this bill. Okay. Hopefully they learn their lesson. Hopefully they do better in the House and the Senate. Hopefully they don't draft outrageous bills like this in the future. Hopefully they cut fraud, abuse, and waste with government spending. We will see if Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and Trump and J.D. Vance actually managed to put everyone back in line. Hopefully, it will get better. Thanks for watching and staying with me to the end. I really appreciate you being here. Click right there to watch the next video, and I will see you there. Bye bye for now.